Now we would like to understand how all international HR topics can be aligned into one strategic concept, and under which specific Brazilian prerequisites we would have to execute them. So after Susie has now worked successfully for about 18 months, her company wants to enter Brazil as a completely new target market. Susie is responsible for implementing the local HR management.
So at first I felt quite overwhelmed by all the different HR topics that I would have to newly implement in Brazil. International HR development, international recruitment, expatriation, repatriation, and so on. So that got me wondering, was there one strategic concept that I could follow that integrates all topics? As soon as I thought about it, I remembered my HR classes at HVR with Professor Dr. Jan Roxin.
Hello, welcome to your module RB 103, Fundamentals of Organization and Human Resource Management. It is my pleasure to be with you today.
So thanks to you, Mr. Roxin, I was able to recall the grand strategy I can use to implement all HR topics relevant to me. The first part of the HR strategy is the planning. The manpower requirement is the heart of HR planning. It consists of forecasting the demand and supply, which are influenced by various internal and external factors. As a second step, all recruitment activities have to be organized. Recruitment activities consist of the attraction of new employees, the selection of the adequate applicants, and the onboarding of them. Thirdly, the performance management has to be implemented. A consistent performance can be achieved by constant performance appraisals, which can be competency, behavioral, or result-oriented. As a fourth step, the development of employees has to be focused on. Overall, there are 6 types of development methods available: into the job, on the job, near the job, along the job, off the job, and out of the job. Expatriation can be part of an employee's development plan. Compensation and benefits are the 5th part of the HR strategy. They serve the purpose of establishing fairness in payment. One has to remember that fairness is always relative, but job requirements, the employee's performance, or the company's overall performance can be good basis for judgment. The realization of recruitment finalizes our HR strategy. The development of a recruitment plan is a challenging task that can be realized with or without layoffs. Throughout all of the steps, one has to remember that pretty much each and every one of them is related to and has to abide the 3 Ls, the local labor laws. Therefore, I have to intensely analyze those laws in Brazil. Because national labor law is always very complex, I looked into some striking facts about the Brazilian labor law named CLT.
Susie, by the way, remember, it all depends.
Under the CLT, the Brazilian employee has 30 days of vacation a year and several national holidays that differ from state to state, minimum 8 days. By law, a regular employee's work week is 44 hours. Overtime can be as much as 2 hours a day, but they have to be paid with an overtime bonus. Of all the Latin American countries, Brazil has the highest taxes and social security contributions. For example, when an employer pays his employee a wage of 100 real per month, he has to pay up to 100 real for social security and taxes. Additionally, employers have to provide food at work and organize transport for their employees. It also has to be considered that Brazilian women have 120 days of maternity leave per child. All those facts make the Brazilian labor market very inflexible and the recruitment rather difficult.